select ride, or race.
Alrighty guys, riders briefing, and then we're gonna get straight to riding. Kawasaki KLX 230 first ride review. No questions, everything's good, we're recording. This is the KLX Kawasaki 2020 230 first ride and review. Something different for you guys here. I was told that these are not easy to obtain. If you personally want one for yourself, it's not going to be as easy to find one. Holy shit, the seating position's crazy. A lot tall, but I'm feeling it. Let's go ahead and we're gonna get the startup of this bike. I'm gonna see if I can't get off it and get the startup of it. It's a stock pipe, obviously. 671 miles on the odometer. All the basics. It's pretty much a dirt bike on the road. Got your typical hand guards up here. Typical dirt bike mirrors, kinda, real loose. Otherwise, this is a basic bike. You don't get any screenplay or modes or any of that. This is your Kawasaki KLX 230 first ride and review. Oh yeah, this thing could be a blast for me. I could get crazy. Oh my god, I would get crazy on this thing. What? The amount of blast of fun I could have whipping this thing is unreal. You can already feel just coasting. This thing got some juice. Down low, you're killing it. You're just killing it. This is a blast around town, around your neighborhood, maybe even around home. Hit some little, cut roads. Some off-roading, hit some trail action. This thing is a blast. I ain't even gone far on it yet. Like I said, loads of torque. Obviously the seating is a little upright, so if you're not somebody who feels comfortable, putting different feet down, maybe, depending on your height, putting your feet down, and as you can see, I got my race boots on, and I'm tiptoeing the hell out of that thing. I do not like that there is no gear indicator. Not that it's a major issue. Something I would gradually get used to, and paying attention to gear I'm in. I guess I always do, but it's nice to look down and see that gear indicator. But I guess I was told that these might be about $4,000 brand new. And, for that price range, I mean, hey, what do you expect? Some grass in the road there, wonderful. Yeah, this thing got some juice, for sure. Whenever I get a nice spot to get on it a little bit, I'm assuming this suspension is built, almost perfect for bumps and off-road, or, like I said, you're not roasting gas. This isn't a 500 or a 450 converted, or you know, this is a 230. So not only can you go far and just about anywhere, you're gonna do it nicely. Yeah, there's just taking those bumps, you know, amazing. Small bike, suspension isn't huge, but it's taken, you know, holes and feels great. I would love to have one of these. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna go figure out what it would take to get me one of these. Even if I had to wait, I could have a total blast on one of these. I have been looking at new bikes for an extra, but this thing, definitely a great bit of fun. Off-road, you could have a freaking blast on this thing. 6 speed, so you still can get up there and cruise on the highway if you want to. Not that I think you would. Overall, you got tons of seating. Enough power in 6 to get you by. I mean, hell, for a 230. Pickup is substantial. No windscreen, obviously. What dirt bike do you know has a windscreen? Other than that, on the street, the tires are a little knobby, it feels like. Bit knobby for the street, but I mean, that's, you don't really buy this bike to ride on the road all the time. Yeah, I'm definitely in 6th. I'm gonna guess this thing tops out at about 110 miles an hour, and that's probably everything you got. And with a little guy like me on it, like I said, plenty of power for off-road, and you know, like I said, this is a sick little ride to take around and go adventuring. The Ninja 400 is capable of adventuring and touring around certain places, but this is meant for it. All of Kawai's transmissions seem to just be butter smooth. You know, never had a complaint about a Kawasaki transmission. The ergos actually feel really cool for being as high up as I am. It's like you can kind of, you know, wear off ever putting your feet down. It feels really definitely got some good juice for a 230. You got to keep reminding yourself, this is a 230 with this kind of juice up through the gears as you keep, you know, accelerating and shifting. It's not like I'm, you know, leaving it down low for all this grunt. I mean, like I said, 6, you can see here, it ain't got nothing here. Nothing. But you get in them lower gears, she got some nice open up to her. Like I said, and then you get off-road, this thing would be a blast. Engine sounds a bit funny. Just a bit. Just a bit indeed. But you gotta expect that with a 230cc dirt bike motor, essentially. Set up to crawl through the woods and rip at about, you know, 40, 45 miles an hour. Like I said, all these bikes here could do some damage to this bike on the street with any rider on it, but if we get on any kind of all-terrain road or dirt, you know, you're gonna kill people on this bike. Most people won't take their street bikes off in the dirt anyway. I wouldn't recommend the KLX 230 for anyone who does any kind of highway commuting. Yes, I haven't gotten on the highway, but I can already feel, no wind protection, no real aerodynamics because the bike doesn't really need it. So as far as a highway bike goes, or someone who needs to travel on it, it's probably not the bike for you. But if you like getting off-road sometimes, do little trips here, commuting, and want to save some gas, adventure after work, or adventure in general, this might be the vehicle for you because the positioning's cool. Like I said, the tires are a little knobby for the street. A little knobby indeed. Brakes work substantially well. These brakes are great. Whoa, I got some serious bite. For a dirt bike, these brakes eat. Doesn't really have much sound to it, but I'm sure you could change that with a pipe. I'm loving the brakes. The brakes are, I want to know who made these brakes because they bite. They bite hard too. Bite super hard. Other than the, obviously the height positioning being a little high, which is, like I said, kind of what it's meant for, because if and you get in the right terrain, you need that ground clearance. It doesn't have, this isn't a bike you buy for top speed, highway speed, cruising speed even. This is, you buy this to go off-road, do wheelies, adventure a little bit, but you don't want all that extra weight of a big adventure bike, the power, or the equipment. Because like I said, this is as basic as it gets. Basic screen, tells you the time, tells you how many miles. It might tell you even your gas range if you flip through some of that stuff there. It's just basic. This bike is meant to be off over there in the bushes, or riding one wheel down the street. We're at about 30 with some good power down low. Second and third, at cruising speeds, got power for you to get away from whatever it is you might feel is a threat if need be. At the same time, I don't feel like this bike would be overkill to go off-road on. You can play on some trails, maybe veer off them a little bit. It's going to be a little more work for you. But otherwise, this is a super cool bike. Something real different to ride. The only other thing in comparison to this I've rode was a KTM EXC 500. This feels a lot more tame. Definitely got a lot less power. And, obviously you're probably going to get some better reliability from Kawasaki than you will KTM. But I've never owned one personally. I'm just saying from what I've heard. But otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap up this 2020 Kawasaki KLX 230 review and firstride. As like I said, I don't believe I'm in the right place to really utilize this machine. If I had a day alone with this vehicle to venture and potentially go see some trails, I could give you an off-road review. However, I think this bike does everything it's supposed to do. It's a 230. It's geared properly. It rides smooth. The transmission is great. For a 230, the power's there. And otherwise, the styling's cool. It's comfortable for what it is. The seating position, room to move back if you want to, and spread out. Put your lady on the back or put someone on the back, and there's still plenty of room for everybody. You're not going to win any races, but you will have fun on this bike. Otherwise, Select Rider Race, this is your 2020 KLX 230 review. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, Select Rider Race, thanks for watching.